Good day everyone, this is Alvin again from the Philippines and welcome to my part 4 of my overall review for the candidates of Miss Universe 2022. Welcome! So this is already part 4 and I've already uploaded the previous 3 parts. Part 1 is for the delegates from Africa, part 2 is for the delegates from Europe, and part 3 is for the delegates from the Caribbean region. And we're here, part 4, all of the delegates from the Americas. After this, I'll be uploading part 5, which of course involves the last group, the delegates from Asia Pacific region. And after that, I will be revealing my pre-arrival favorites for Miss Universe 2022. But right now, we'll be talking about all the candidates from this region, and we'll see if we share the same thoughts about them. There are 20 delegates from the Americas, and here they are, starting with Argentina. Barbara Cabrera. She's actually quite interesting, although I may not be 100% hyped with her as of the moment, but I have to acknowledge the fact that her styling is pretty solid and her walk was quite good too, so I'll keep an eye on her. Next we have Belize. Ashley Lightburn. She is also a decent contender and I have to commend her transformation, which I believe is impressive. However, I am not sure yet if her overall caliber would give her a spot in the top 20. Next we have Bolivia. Camila Sanabria. Fresh from the recently held Miss Grand International 2022, I actually see the reason why she was chosen as a replacement. However, her performances on that competition was a little bit underwhelming, so she really needs to triple her time in terms of polishing her walk and making her walk a bit stronger. And because in that way, she could be able to at least improve the performance that we've seen before, because this is already Miss Universe and there's a lot of strong competitors. Next we have Brazil. Mia Mamede. I felt like the way Team Brazil prepared Mia is sort of a replication of what they did to Julia Gama in 2020, which I think is incredible because she was able to finish as first runner-up. They have done an incredible job in transforming her in terms of physical aspects and overall packaging. I have seen a few clips of her walk, but I cannot comment on it because the video clip was too short, but she is definitely a sure threat to win once she penetrates the top 5, because this woman is very smart and also an incredible public speaker. Next we have Canada. Amelia Tu. Amelia looked very young, fresh, and definitely adorable, but I am not sure yet about her top 20 placement because as of the moment, I'm not feeling that spark yet. And add on to that, the fact, at least to me, that there's really a lot of strong competitors from her region. But of course, I'm still open to be convinced once the competition starts, once they arrive in New Orleans. Next we have Chile. Sofia Depassier. Personally, I am a huge fan of Sofia's beauty and I appreciate at how they explore and experiment different types of stylings for her. And what's even commendable is that she nails all of it. She, I think, also got one of the best faces of the competition. Based on what I've seen, she is a strong contender to be in the top 20. But I have my reservations though, because it happened many times that Chilean delegates are impressive pre-arrival. However, post-arrival, they don't deliver. So hopefully that will change this year, and I'm hoping that Sofia could impress us once the competition begins and continue that until they finally get the placement that they've always aimed for. Next we have Colombia. Maria Fernanda Aristizabal. The major strength of Colombia this year is that she is an all-rounder. Facially, she's got one of the best faces this year. She's got a strong runway performance. She's super active in her social works, and also she can speak too. And she's got a very strong sash. if you followed her on social media, you can already conclude that she's one of the ladies that this year that will come to the competition with guns blazing. She is an obvious contender for the crown with her overall packaging. Next we have Costa Rica. Fernanda Rodriguez. Fernanda is a decent contender. I like her beauty and her resume is quite impressive too as well. But in terms of styling and packaging, she's a bit inconsistent to me. And I am still missing that wow factor. So hopefully we'll see that during the competition. Next we have Ecuador. Nayelhi Gonzalez. Ever since she won the national pageant, I already loved her. And seeing her journey now, I have to say that she has done her homework and she's ready to compete. Her walk is much stronger and polished than before. Her styling has improved, and if she delivers in terms of performance, she could be the dark horse of this group. Next we have El Salvador. Alejandra Guajardo. Facially, she's one of the best from her country, but sometimes her styling doesn't give her beauty justice. For now, I am not fully convinced yet that she could penetrate the first cut, but then again, we'll see. Next we have Guatemala. Ivana Batchelor. Ivana is also someone that I am expecting to get a placement and break their decade-long non-placement. She is an incredible speaker. She has improved so much in terms of her styling, and her walk is actually one thing that I'm looking forward to see because that's something that she really needs to work on. But I haven't seen any clips of her most recent walk yet, and I find it quite exciting, to be honest, because I can feel her determination to do well and make her country proud. So I'm looking forward to see that, and hopefully her training will pay off and she could be improved on that department, because for others, public speaking, styling, she already looked amazing. I just wanted to see a much stronger performance and a much stronger stage presence. Next we have Honduras. Rebecca Rodriguez. I actually get the hype and support that being given to Rebecca this year. Their last placement was in 1955, and that was a long time ago. And she is by far the strongest that they've sent in recent memory, and one of the facially stunning contenders as well. I am looking forward to see her performance, because if she could deliver, then Rebecca might be able to pull a historic return. Next we have Mexico. Irma Miranda. Irma actually got one of my favorite national pageant performances, but as new candidates join the group, I felt like she's losing the spotlight a little bit. I still like her very much, but I am not sensing that much spark than before. And aside from that, there's one thing that I also consider is that looking at other candidates, there are really tendency that I would prefer other candidates than her. So hopefully she'll regain momentum post-arrival, because I really wanted her to deliver. I mean, she's good. It's just in a matter of selection, I would prefer other candidates. So hopefully, you know what I mean. Hopefully she could be able to regain everything post-arrival. And of course, once they arrive in New Orleans. Next we have Nicaragua. Norma Wembes. I have to admit, Norma's beauty isn't really my cup of tea, but I cannot deny the fact that I love her personality, loved her energy, and she can actually deliver in terms of performances. So I would say she is a very likable candidate, and if the judges would see that as well, we might see Nicaragua pull an upset this year. Next, Panama. Solaris Barba. It is very apparent that Team Panama is so invested in Solaris this year, and I think they made an excellent decision. I think she's not only one of the strongest representatives from Panama, but she's also coming as one of the strongest candidates this year. Aside from that, I have so much trust in ladies that came from Miss World and did well on that pageant. We know Solaris placed in the top 12, and that is an amazing accomplishment. It's not easy to do well at Miss World. You need to be an incredibly competitive candidate to reach that high. So that is why Solaris is one of the ladies that I'm really rooting for, not only to get a placement, but to hopefully get one of the spots in the top 5 and hopefully win. And I am also considering her as one of my potential winners this year. Next we have Paraguay. Lia Ashmore. My excitement level for Paraguay this year isn't as much as last year. I think Lia is okay, but I'm not sure if she can penetrate the first cut. Having said that, I'm looking forward to see her performance because sometimes pressure is good. And the fact that they finished first runner-up last year obviously will put a pressure to the next representative, which is Lia today. So sometimes, as what I've said, pressure is good. So let's see if that pressure pushed her to perform well this year. Up next, Peru. Alessia Roveno. Alessia can just showcase her beauty effortlessly and will just be left dazzled and amazed by it. Team Peru definitely made an incredible choice of having her as the representative because she has the qualities and the overall packaging to be the next Miss Universe. Right now, most recently, she's very active in different social works, visiting children, working with children. But aside from that, wow, one of the best faces in the competition. You'll just be starstruck while watching her walk on stage. And I am expecting for her to do the same once they strut on that stage. Next we have the United States. Arbany Gabriel. For 6 years in a row that USA failed to enter the top 5, I think this is the year where I can really feel that their chances of getting back in the top 5 is much higher. Arbany is a strong representative in terms of performance, advocacy, and public speaking. Although there are some cases where her makeup doesn't give her beauty justice, I am still confident that she'll be at her best during the competition. Next, Uruguay. Carla Romero. She hasn't given us much update and she's okay-ish to me. Based on what I've seen so far, I think she needs to work extra hard if she wanted a placement because as of the moment, it is kind of a long shot for her. And finally, closing the Americas, Venezuela. Amanda Dudamel. There's actually two scenarios that I can see with Amanda. It's either she can take home the crown for Venezuela or she'll bring back Venezuela in the top 5. I think that this is a woman who has prepared for the competition and perfectly strategized everything that she'll do. She's at her best styling. She looked like a winner. She has the aura of a winner. And I love how she uses her social media to engage with her fellow candidates and talk about different issues. I appreciate how she involved herself in different social works. I mean, I felt like the journey that I'm seeing so far in Amanda is some sort of a warm up on what she'll do if ever she'll win Miss Universe. Because right now, it is very clear that Venezuela is a huge threat for the crown. So that's it. This is my review for the candidates from the Americas. So right now, I am looking forward to know your thoughts, especially my commentaries about delegates, and I wanted to know your top 3 as well from this region. And of course, watch out because tomorrow I will be uploading my review for the Asia Pacific and Asia Pacific only. Sorry. So, don't forget to leave your comments below. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and share the video as well. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe because you'll be seeing more of these videos in the future. For now, thank you very much and have a wonderful day from the Philippines.